Hi, everybody. I'm Deacon Dave.
I'm layperson Lisa.
Welcome to the Deacon Dave and Layperson Lisa show.
Be Healed, episode 14. The 7 Deadly Sins, page 94 to 106. Let's do this. Deacon Dave, want to start us off?
Diseased attitudes within our hearts that keep cropping up, okay, these are described as capital sins, as they are the source of other sins.
And unhealthy attitudes can be traced to a single root, which is inordinate love of self, vainglory.
Your favorite word to use, right? The problem is not the objects themselves that we deal with, but how we rely on the objects instead of God, which was the focus of your little homilette that you did this morning for the
Yes.
readings for week 3 in ordinary time.
Because of which you can find on this YouTube channel. Because of original sin, we are prone to all of the deadly sins.
Yeah, they're pride, envy, gluttony, lust, anger, greed, and sloth.
And pride, which is the root of all sin, is excessive belief in one's own ability that interferes with recognizing the grace of God. So we're hiding our brokenness behind accomplishments.
Yeah, I think it's important to know that deadly sins hide deeper insecurities, okay, and they give the illusion of satisfying unmet needs, but actually they're only blocking God's grace, Lisa.
It's also important to note, Deacon Dave, that you cannot solve pride on your own.
Yeah, that's like an oxymoron. Solving pride on
That
your
is
own.
what, yeah, that's a good one. You have to offer it to God because He is the only one who can get rid of it.
Yeah, deadly sins must constantly be brought into the light through an encounter with Jesus himself. Self-reliance ain't going to heal you, people. Right.
Unforgiveness can also block the progression of healing, which
So it's not so.
we have seen in our physical healing ministry.
Yeah.
And we should always seek the help of God to forgive others.
Yeah, I think sometimes a lack of forgiveness, Lisa, it's kind of a self-reliance, right, to protect ourselves from some trauma. And these become spiritual and psychological strongholds that protect us from harm. At least that's what we're thinking.
Right, but they actually cause more harm.
Yeah.
And by wrongly thinking we can protect ourselves, we can actually open the door to demons, to our souls, who want to set up false protections inside of us.
Yes, they definitely want to set up false protections. They are happy to help us build walls because those walls also keep out God.
And we'll talk more about spiritual warfare in June.
There we go. So these false beliefs, you see, they take root because of our wounds, and then they get infected by sin. I like that. False beliefs, okay, that are caused by wounds.
The
and
lies,
then, and then
yeah.
infected by sin, okay?
Yeah.
And it creates the barriers in our hearts and our minds that block our identity as sons and daughters of the Father.
Right.
Kind of all making sense now, isn't it, people?
Yeah, starting to make sense.
Yeah.
So in the process of protecting ourselves, we are also blocking the healing graces that we need.
Yeah, so we are trying to protect ourselves.
Right.
And we're actually blocking God's grace,
Right.
which is exactly what we do need, right?
Exactly.
So our human reaction to hurt opens up the demon doorway, right? So that they can establish a foothold. And then we are bound in that foothold, which becomes stronger than our will to do God's will.
Don't give the devil a foothold.
A foothill or a foothold?
Don't give the devil a foothold.
Yeah. So what begins as a healthy emotion, signaling injustice, okay, if it's not submitted to the Holy Spirit, can then become a destructive force in our lives, damaging ourselves and our relationships. And then it says, see page 103 for an example of a deadly sin.
Which is pride.
Right.
And there's actually a really good chart in the book. I don't know what page it's on that tells you the sin and it ties in the wound.
Right. So check that out on page 103. I am Deacon Dave.
I am layperson Lisa.
See you next time.
Bye.